Welcome back. If you haven't heard yet, there is a solar eclipse happening. That's why James and I are wearing these really cool glasses he brought for us. James Neesmith is here from the Science Spectrum, and he's here to tell us all about the eclipse viewing party taking place tomorrow and some about the eclipse. So.
That's right. Absolutely. So yes, at the Science Spectrum tomorrow from 10 to 1, we're having an event at the Science Spectrum all about the eclipse, the solar eclipse viewing party. Obviously, you can be outside anywhere and see it. Make sure you have the right kind of protective eyewear. We'll talk about that in a second. But we're going to have special activities all throughout the museum to talk about the sun, to talk about our solar system, to talk about planets, space science. We're going to have our portable planetarium set up for people to come see planetarium shows. We're going to have a telescope out front for folks to come see, hooked up to a big TV monitor to watch the eclipse as it happens. The eclipse tomorrow morning is called an annular solar eclipse, and that means that it's not going to totally cover the sun. The moon is going to move between the Earth and the sun at a point where we can see it, and it's going to leave a ring, that ring of fire, around the edge. Here in Lubbock, it won't totally be an exact ring. We're going to get about 88 to 90% coverage here. So there's going to be a bigger sliver on one side than the rest of the sides. But we're going to get pretty good coverage, and it's going to be a really neat thing to see for sure.
And this hasn't happened for a while.
2017 was the last time we saw a solar eclipse like this here in Lubbock. That was a full eclipse, but again, the same thing. Lubbock wasn't exactly in the path of totality, so we were about 85 to 90% coverage then. Same thing this time, 88 to 90% coverage. If you have time and you were to go down to the Midland, Odessa area tomorrow morning, you could actually see it in more of its totality. There'll be another major eclipse that happens that will pass through Texas on April the 8th of 2024. That will be a total eclipse, and if you're kind of in the San Antonio area, you'll have a full blotting out of the sun at that time.
Okay, so tell me about Saturday and why it's very important for me to wear these glasses.
Sure. So the reason why our event is from 10 to 1 is that's kind of the time that the eclipse is going to be happening. It starts about 10:15 a.m. locally, peaks around 11:45, ends about 1:15. Those are ish times to make it easy for everybody to remember. So especially if you want to go outside to see it, sort of that 11:40 a.m. to 11:50 a.m. is going to be the best time to see the maximum, but you cannot look at the sun without special glasses. Sunglasses are not good enough. You've got to have a welder's helmet with a special lens, a 14 rated lens or greater, or these special solar eclipse glasses. They just look like 3D movie glasses, but they have different filters to help you look at the sun, and so you'll wear these. Make sure that you put them on and then look up at the sun. Don't look up and put them on, because then even for just a few moments, if you look directly at the sun, if you've ever done that accidentally, it hurts your eyes instantaneously, so you don't want to do that. And especially if you have children, you want to make sure and monitor them that they're not going outside to look at it without the right eye protection, and then even if they do have it, that you're with them, that they don't take it on and off while they're looking up. They need to look down before they take it off.
And when I put these on, I don't want to look up at the eclipse for a very long time, correct?
Right. You still, even when you read the instructions on these glasses, they really don't advise that you look at it for more than about 3 minutes at a time. You just don't want any more exposure than that looking at the sun for very long.
All right. Well, we have information on this, the Science Spectrum's eclipse viewing party, where you can get your glasses, all the other events, and Steve also wrote up a really nice web story on the eclipse as well. So we have all the information on our website, kcbd.com. Coming up next, we have your entertainment news. Stay with us. We'll be right back.